Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening everyone. Hi guys, I'm Azlin Kariniza binti Hashim, so you guys can call me Kai. Today I would like to do a speech about what can you do to make a long distance relationship work. First, I would like to ask all of you if do you believe that long distance relationship works more better than short distance relationship? Have you ever been in a long distance relationship? So, let's go to our point. After endless searching, you finally found someone worth holding onto and you are happy together. But through certain circumstances, you find yourself separated from the one you love by miles and miles of distance. No matter how much you love each other, there's probably a part of you that wonders how your relationship will survive the long distance between you. First, be comforted in knowing that long distance relationship can absolutely succeed. In fact, most couples find themselves geographically separated at some point during their dating or marriage relationship. Many couples even point to a season of long distance as the cornerstone of a stronger relationship. Maintaining such kind of relationship tasking and needs extra commitment. I could see here some recommendation about long distance relationship. Now, let's move to the next point. How to strengthen your emotional connection is the act of geographic separation and helps your relationship go to the distance. By establishing regular times for communication from the get-go, you and your partner will be on the same page about how often you expect to hear from one another. Some folks prefer texting throughout the day, some a phone call at the end of the day, others a video call once a week, or even a mix of all there. If you and the other person are spread out over different time zones, coordinating that can be tricky but not impossible. Try out different variation of those options until you find the right choice for both of you. And remember, keep in the mind the quality of your conversations. If you are often arguing or you finish most of your interaction feeling unsatisfied or unhappy, it's time to reevaluate if the relationship is still a positive one. First, communicate as much or as little as you need to feel connected. We are living at a time when we have unprecedented round the clock access to one another. For those in a long distance relationship, devoting extensive free time to catching up can be a tremendous gift so long as you are both on the same page about it. Some couples want to feel connected every hours. Some find it tedious to talk every day. Discuss with each other what works for the general frequency and length of time you will spend texting, talking, or video chatting in a day or week. And be open to modifying your communication tendencies as life creates new and unexpected demands. Be there even when you can't be there. Decades of research indicate the most satisfied relationship are those in which each partner successfully responds to the other's emotional calls. Emotional calls are the thousands of tiny attempts to connect with each other. At the core of every emotional call, you are really asking each other one question: will you be there for me? Responding to each other emotional call can seem tricky within a long distance relationship. You can't physically show up for each other milestone days or reassure someone with a hug. But that doesn't make this crucial element of relationship success any less important. Instead, long distance couple may need to be more intentional about responding to each other attempts to connect. If you have scheduled a time to talk with your partner, Make that call a priority just as you would any work meeting or doctor's appointment. If your partner has an important day, call or text preemptively to find out how it went by weaving your partner's needs. Third, remind your partner frequently what you love about your relationship. Doubts, insecurities, and jealousy can run high in long distance relationships simply because you are spending so much time away from each other. Using frequent verbal assurance with one another help minimize these negative feelings and clarify where you stand as a couple. The next time you talk, tell your partner how much you love and appreciate your relationship. And if you are feeling uncertain about where you stand, don't be afraid to ask for reassurance for yourself. I love you and wish we could be together today. It's a wonderful to say as it is to hear. Alright, number four, forge a secure attachment by supporting each other's interests. Whether you are together or far apart, you and your partner will continue to grow and change as life moves forward. That is both normal and a good thing, even if it forces your relationship to change some in the process. Long distance couples who have a secure attachment together can let each other grow and mature. You must find ways to stay connected and push each other forward. In a secure attachment relationship, personal growth and change is healthy. It's a product of security and safety in the relationship. One of the best thing One of the best things you can do to promote a secure attachment is supporting your partner as they grow in their individual strength and interests. While it must while it might be frustrating if her new volleyball practice cuts into your nightly catch-up time, it's important to encourage her to do what she loves just as she should for you. Number five, find a way to hang out together while apart. Research shows that interdependent relationships are proven to be the healthiest forms of relationship for marriage. What does that mean? That means you and your partner do things in sync together while maintaining your own separate identities as individuals. Chances are your long distance circumstance are forcing you to do more things independently than you would probably like, which is why it's important to identify a few activities you can do remotely but together. Finding things you can do together as a couple pays off big time in helping you feel more connected. That's a huge win when it feels like the distance is pulling you into two different directions, such as reading the same book, streaming the same show while talking on the phones, playing games online, listening to the same playlist, or even eating at the same chain restaurant on the same night. All of this can help you and your partner feel more interdependent and ultimately more connected. Number six, learn how to address important issues both remotely and in person. Whether you are living under the same roof or ocean apart, all couples need to learn healthy ways to talk about and resolve conflicts. Bigger problems can arise if you ignore little struggles or are unwilling to address sensitive topics. Learning how to talk about difficult topics takes times and effort, but it's essential to the health of your long distance relationship to not let small problems balloon into bigger ones. 7. Focus on the positive aspect of this long distance. Being separated from the person you are madly in love with can hardly seem like a positive thing, but where you can't immediately change your circumstances, you can immediately change your attitude. Frus- Frustrating as it might seem to be separated, try to think a few ways your long distance relationship is beneficial. Do you have more time for hobbies or working out or spending time with friends and family? Make a list of the positive aspect of long distance and focus on this during the hardest days when the distance is really getting to you. Number 8, respect the reason why you are apart. There's no doubt you will have days when your long distance relationship seems especially difficult. You might even be tempted to do something impulsive like quit your job or drop out of school just so you can be together with the person you love. While that might sound romantic, remember there's an important reason you are living far away from the person you love right now. That reason may that reason may hinge on a professional, financial, or family situation that needs to play out properly until the timing is right for you both to be together geographically. 9. When the time is right, create a long term plan for merging your worlds. Anyone who's been in a long distance relationship can attest to the underlying heartache of being apart from the person you love. If you are in a relationship with the person you want to spend your life with, at some point you will need. So, for the conclusion from my speech is being in long distance relationship has its advantages and disadvantages. The major problem with it is for men or women the advantages tend to the overweight the advantages. Thus, many people do not prefer this type of relationship. The clingy, emotional, jealous, dependent lovers, and those with trust issues find it hard to cope with distant relationship, while the few people independent, trustworthy, trustworthy, less emotional and understanding people have the highest tendency to cope with long distance relationship. Don't let months or years of progress go to waste out of impatience to finally be together. Your relationship will be stronger in the long run if you finish what you have started and finish it well. Whether this involves a wedding, an engagement, a job changes, or a relocation, be sure your plan considers the right next step at the right time for both people. Having the hope of being together long term can help you ride out the toughest days of being apart from one another. That little bit of hope can go a long way toward making the one you love to seem not quite so far away. That's all my speech. Thank you.